Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the May 13th Lebanon City Council meeting. Our first order of business will be the Pledge of Allegiance. Councilman Kincaid, will you lead us, please?
Will do. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, now we'll move on to the roll call members. Madam Clerk, will you call the roll, please?
Sure. Councilman Kincaid.
Present.
Councilman Campbell.
Here.
Councilman Jones.
Here.
Councilman Robertson.
Here.
Councilman Copeland is absent. Councilman Wheat.
Here.
Councilman Fleming.
Present.
Thank you.
Okay, now move on to the approval of the minutes from our previous meeting. Any changes to the minutes?
Make a motion, we approve the minutes.
Motion to approve, is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay. First item up we have tonight is the swearing in of soon-to-be Captain Brett Klingler. First up, we'll have Chief Batts to say some few words.
Good evening, everyone. It's my pleasure to promote Lieutenant Brett Klingler to captain. We just finished up our captain's process a couple weeks ago. It was, we had a great applicant pool, and was very proud of Brett. Brett is a 19-year member of the Lebanon Fire Department. He's a 4-year member of the United States Marine Corps. Brett serves the community with honor. Just so proud of him. He's also our Project Lifesaver Coordinator, and he's always willing to step up and do the extra things. And just very, very happy tonight to be able to pin a captain's badge on him. So I'd like to introduce Brett Klingler and his wife, Becky.
And so we'll administer the oath, and then if you guys want to say a few words after that, Captain, then we can go from there, all right? Place your right hand on the Bible. Repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Brett Klingler,
solemnly
swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Indiana
and the Constitution of the State of Indiana
and all laws and ordinances
and all laws and ordinances
of the City of Lebanon,
of the City of Lebanon,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
discharge my duties
discharge my duties
as a captain in the Lebanon Fire Department
as a captain of the Lebanon Fire Department
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'd just like to say thank you for the opportunity to represent the Lebanon Fire Department as a captain to the City of Lebanon. This has been something that I've worked for pretty hard for the last part of my career here at Lebanon Fire, and I hope to follow all my orders appropriately and do the best of my ability to discharge all of my duties given to me.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And thank you for joining us tonight. All right, that concludes the presentation. I don't have anything on my agenda for old business. Anything from council? Okay, we'll move on to new business then. The item we have here is ordinance 2019-04, which is a consideration of SLH Farms property annexation to the City of Lebanon, Indiana. First reading. Turn it over to Ben to introduce.
Good evening, council members. This is a 100% voluntary annexation that was brought to us a few months ago in the planning department. Find my site map, which you guys all had available to you. We'll put it here on the overhead. This is on the northwest part of the community, just a little bit east of State Road 39 on the north side of 300 North. It's about it's 40, a little over 40 acres, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, off the top of my head. It is contiguous to existing city limits on that southeast corner there. It is not adjacent to any public road currently, so it is a landlocked piece of property. I believe the applicant is looking to try to get a couple of additional properties annexed here over the course of time over the next year or so. They are aware that this annexation cannot be effective until January 1, 2020, but they wanted to go ahead and work its way through the process so it would be effective on that date. It's fairly straightforward. It's an agricultural piece of property. There's no existing uses out there. There are no proposed developments that I'm aware of at this time. So this is merely just I believe it's a marketing exercise for a broker. He wants these to be in the city limits just to eliminate that step in the process for anybody who might be looking to acquire and develop this property in the future. So this is the first reading and the public hearing tonight. It'll come back to you at your next meeting for the second reading, and we'll have the fiscal plan at that time as well. We'll forward that to you as soon as that's been drafted. It's going to be a fairly straightforward fiscal plan. Like I said, on the cost side of the city, it's minimal. There's no roads that'll be taken as part of this annexation, so there's no additional paving or maintenance we have on roads. Police activity on an agricultural piece of property, I'm guessing, is pretty low. So the cost to provide services to this property are very, very low. And on the revenue side, the same. There's no proposed development. So it's going to be a very straightforward and basic fiscal plan. We do get it to you, but that will be coming shortly, so you have a chance to review that for your next meeting. So I'd be happy to answer any questions if there are any.
Thank you, Ben. Any questions for Ben?
Ben, so we're contiguous on the south end?
It's
correct?
the southeast corner. There's a piece of property we took in towards the middle of last year. That's this little square right down here, and it does even meet the 1/8 contiguity requirement.
Oh, okay.
Any further questions?
No, sir.
Any discussion? Okay, so at this time, I will open up the public hearing on ordinance 2019-04. This is your time to come forward if you have any thoughts or concerns, questions. Any public comment? No sudden movements. Okay, I'll close the public hearing at this point on ordinance 2019-04. Based on what we heard from the public comment, any further thoughts from council?
No, sir.
Okay, at this time then I will have City Attorney Shine read ordinance 2019-04 on first reading.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. Ordinance 2019-04 is an ordinance addressing the annexation of certain territory to the city of Lebanon, Boone County, Indiana. 100% of the owners of the parcels, as Mr. Bontrager indicated, proposed in the annexation area exhibits A and B have filed a voluntary petition with the council pursuant to Indiana Code. The Lebanon Advisory Plan Commission held its public hearing at their regularly scheduled meeting on April 15th, 2019, and forwarded docket 19-9 to the council with a favorable recommendation 8-0 to assign single-family residential zoning classification to the annexation area. This council just conducted a public hearing on May 13th, 2019, as required by law. This council will have, as Mr. Bontrager indicated, a fiscal plan for the annexation of the area in accordance with Indiana law, and the annexation area meets the contiguity requirements. Again, it's generally located at 300 North, approximately 1,000 feet east of State Road 39. The annexation area is to further include contiguous public highways and the rights-of-ways, and it's hereby assigned Council District 4 and shall become a part thereof upon the effective date of this ordinance. It does have, again, the single-family residential zoning classification, and as Mr. Bontrager indicated, it shall be in full force effect after its publication upon the passage of the applicable 30-day waiting period, but no earlier than January 1, 2020.
Okay. 2021, correct? Or 2020. I'm sorry, thank you. I'm sorry. I was getting confused. Okay, that concludes the first reading of ordinance 2019-04. Any further comments, questions, discussion?
Sure.
Any additional public comment? Okay. At this time, ordinance 2019-04 has been around our first reading, and we'll move on to, are there any other items from council?
From me.
Okay, then we'll move on to the claims. Would entertain a motion?
Make a motion, we pay claims.
We have motion to pay the claims.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Claims are approved. Any announcements or anything like that from council?
Yes, in March, the Food and Beverage Committee gave a grant to the Shalom House, and this past Saturday, the City Council worked the Shalom House and served 126 meals. So I want to thank Councilman Campbell, Councilman Robertson, Councilman Copeland, and Councilman Morris, along with Keith's wife Marty and John Copeland's daughter Maddie, for serving 126 meals. If you've never done that, it's a great pleasure and a really great feeling to do that. Thanks, guys.
Good. Any other announcements?
Yes, I have one as well. So come up here on June 7th. Don't forget to go get your hoagies on the east side of the courthouse. The new plaza out there, the Lions Club will be out there for the 63rd year to sell you hoagies. So $5 a hoagie. Come out, enjoy a good sandwich, and look forward to seeing everybody there.
Thank you, Councilor Fleming. All right, if that's the last of the announcements, we'll move on to adjournment. Would anybody motion?
I'll second that.
Motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Those opposed? All right, we are adjourned. Our next city council meeting will be on May 28th. Thanks for watching.
You're welcome.